Welcome back to my WWE 12 Universe mode, and I know it's been a fair bit of time since I've actually posted a new video. I think it's been around about, well, give or take over a month now since I posted a video. Well, I do want to apologize for that first and foremost, and just explain why that's been. Before I actually get into the reasons why I haven't posted a video, I want to thank all my new subscribers. I want to thank all my old subscribers. I want to thank everybody that's watched my videos so far. It's been an absolutely amazing ride. To think that when I started this series, I didn't have that many subscribers, didn't have that many viewers, and now even my last video is in triple figures, which is absolutely amazing for me. I know it's really small when you compare it to a bunch of other guys who are really prominent on YouTube, but as a guy who's just starting out, to get videos now in triple figures is absolutely amazing. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched the videos, shared the videos, everybody who subscribed, all the new guys who have come along, checked out the series and gone through all the videos. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'm going to be bringing you much more in the near future, so stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the content that I've got coming out. But going back to what I was saying at the start of the video, in terms of the reasons why I haven't been posting more videos, it's been that I've actually started a new job. So my time for creating videos, editing them, doing the commentaries and whacking them up on YouTube has changed. I've been adjusting to the new job. It's shift work and the pattern changes every so often. My new video schedule, if you can call it that, will have to be a flexi schedule. It's going to have to be one that I'm just going to have to roll with. You guys are going to have to work with it, unfortunately. But I am really passionate about my YouTube channel. I'm passionate about this Universe Mode series. I'm passionate about all you guys that have decided to subscribe and watch the videos. And I want to keep that coming. I want to keep that coming for you guys. I want to keep that coming for me. And I want to keep it coming for the sake of the series. I'm having a lot of fun bringing this series to you guys, so I want to keep that going. But in terms of regular videos, in terms of on specific days and things like that, that probably won't happen. So I'm going to try and get maybe 2 videos up a week, and see how we go with that, because my shift patterns change all the time, and it's really difficult to fit in the time because I work long hours. I actually do 12-hour shifts, so I'm usually quite tired at the end of a working day, and if I have shifts back to back, there's not much time to, say, record gameplay or record commentary before having to get back on the grind. But anyway, moving away from that, as I say, hoping to get you guys 2 videos a week in this series and move on from there. But I've also got some other things that I want to make announcements about in regards to this channel. I do want to bring you some other footage. I have finally got UFC Undisputed 3. I've had it for a while now, so I want to bring you guys some different things from UFC Undisputed 3, like title tournaments, or just tournaments in general, CPU versus CPU stuff, to see like who number 1 contenders could or should be for certain belts, who champions or interim champions should be for certain belts, as well as title mode, because I've had a look around YouTube, and I know that while the game was first out, there was lots of career mode stuff. If you guys want to see some career mode stuff of me playing UFC Undisputed 3 even, let me know, and I will try and put something together with that. But it's going to be mostly title mode, because I haven't seen much title mode, and title mode is really fun to do. So I'm going to try and bring you guys that as well. And looking into the future, really excited about WWE 13 and the Universe Mode in that. So fingers crossed, I will be bringing you Universe Mode in WWE 13 as well. Really looking forward to Madden 13. I skipped Madden 12, and I want to send a big shout out to a couple people that really I've enjoyed their videos and now subscribe to their channels on YouTube, who feature Madden videos. As Mr. Hurricane, and the other guy I want to send a big shout out to, Duke the Killer. If you guys aren't following those guys, follow those guys, subscribe to their channels, Their videos absolutely amazing. They make me laugh every single time. They really do. Those guys, absolutely top quality videos. Thank you to those guys for keeping me entertained and getting me excited for Madden 13 and thinking about doing franchise mode series in Madden 13. So if you guys have any thoughts or feelings about that, let me know as well. But getting back into universe mode finally, as you can see, we have a tag team match with John Morrison and Ted DiBiase taking on R-Truth and Chris Hero. Really, this one bubbling out of the Four Corners Fatal 4-Way match, going into Money in the Bank, which Chris Hero won to take a spot in the Money in the Bank. And since then, there's been a bit of a rivalry between Chris Hero, R-Truth, and John Morrison, and now Ted DiBiase Jr., he's now involved in it, and this is the reason for that tag match. Chris Hero recently had a shot at the United States title against United States champion CM Punk. CM Punk was far too strong, far too good for Chris Hero. CM Punk retaining the title, but now John Morrison, he got involved in Chris Hero's business. He was also involved in R-Truth's business, and now the three of them kind of have a weird sort of scenario going on to try and sort out who will be in line for another United States title shot. Although Randy Orton is very much in the picture, as he is now feuding with the Second City Saints, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to what happens with that. So we are moving forward towards Night of Champions. Night of Champions is 5 weeks away. Hoping to start really putting the card together for that. Got a few ideas of where it could go, but to be honest with you, as you guys have seen and as you guys know, Universe Mode throws up a ton of surprises consistently, to be fair. So even if I had a certain direction that I wanted to go in, a lot of the time, Universe Mode, it changes the plans, it adapts the plans on the fly, and we just have to work with it. But I don't mind, that's perfectly fine. And I really enjoy the series. I know I've taken a big break as a result of me settling into my new job, but it's been a ton of fun to bring to you guys, and I'm really excited about being able to bring you even more of that, and I hope that you guys continue to enjoy it. I want to say thank you to all the guys that have dropped some comments, even if it's just a comment to say that it's the second comment on a video. It's really nice that you guys have taken the time. I do want to say though, I am looking for suggestions from you guys. So I'll open it up to matches that you want to see in Universe Mode. Open it up to who you think is currently on the best streak at the moment. Kind of like a mini award. So I suppose my questions for this week are, especially if you've been following the Universe Mode for a while now, who is the best current champion in my Universe Mode series? Who would you like to see get a title shot in my Universe Mode series? And who do you think just plain sucks and just needs to go away for a good period of time in my Universe Mode series? So leave those in the comments below, and let me know what you guys think. As you guys know, Brock Lesnar is back in the WWE in real life, and he's also a prominent part of my Universe Mode. He is once again Intercontinental Champion. So hopefully we can get him involved in even more stuff, get him higher up the card, maybe in some main events, doing some damage. And I have to say, I was let me get this straight. I wasn't really surprised about Brock Lesnar's return to the WWE in real life, but what I was surprised about was how quickly they had him interact with anybody. I figured personally that it was a bit rushed. They didn't have to do it as soon as they did. But having said that, I think now, with him being able to be around a bit more, get more physical, as opposed to the whole storyline between John Cena and The Rock that had like a whole year's worth of build, that, when you think about it, you look back on it and you compare it to what it could have been, or, and as you guys know who follow all my videos, I'm a big fan of the old school an old school booking and making things important and making things matter. When you compare it to the old school feud that had a lot of time to be built and, it really developed over a period of time, compared to what we got with John Cena and The Rock, John Cena and The Rock's feud, for me personally, was a huge disappointment. They could have made much, much more out of it. I mean, even if it was just that every week, you had a video message from The Rock, you had John Cena go and run The Rock down, and I know you got that in part, but in the middle, you had John Cena wasted in a mini feud with Kane, which didn't really go anywhere. It didn't change the character direction for John Cena. It didn't change character direction for The Rock. It didn't add anything to that feud. And the thing that I really want to say about that overall is this: if you are gonna have a kind of interjectory feud to kind of mix things up and get back to the original feud, you kind of have to have an end game with it. You kind of have to have a set outcome with it, and I think that's where creative went wrong. There wasn't really much in terms of a set outcome for that feud, and for me that's what made it really, really disappointing, because at the end of it, there wasn't really anything as a result of it for The Rock to go off of, to use as ammunition. Kane didn't get any character development as such. John Cena was pretty much the same going into it as he was at the end. So you kind of ask yourself, what was the point? And then going back to my original point about the whole build-up with The Rock and their feud, that thing was so disappointing. Like, yes, when The Rock was on the shows and he did his pre-recorded promos, he was awesome, all the rest of it, but they could have made so much more of it, and they really didn't. And I have to say, I really get that the WWE want to push social media and get big on Twitter and start using Twitter angles and all this other stuff, but I'm going to be brutally honest as a pro wrestling fan, and I'm going to say this: Twitter and pro wrestling, for me, they don't really go together. It doesn't really work. You can't push an angle across Twitter, or even if you have, maybe if it was like exclusive videos that were only posted on Twitter, where realistically, you're only going to want them on the website anyway. For me, it just doesn't work. Two guys, who are a pretty big deal in real life, trying to be internet gangsters, it doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. I think that the whole Twitter thing, trying to push angles on Twitter, and I know they're doing something like that now with CM Punk being in a pub or something like that. Just leave it out. I think for me, it's got to go back to the old school, and you have to say that you want to leave all the angle stuff to pre-recorded interviews that you could have on the website or show during the shows, and the actual face-to-face stuff. This social media stuff with one guy ragging on another guy, it doesn't really work. It's not gonna create any more of a buzz for me, unless of course it really, really is exclusive. But the way that those guys went back and forth on Twitter, ragging at each other, for me, it didn't make me excited. It didn't make me want to get involved. It didn't do anything for me. It was really, really disappointing. So, I'm just washing my hands of that, and I hope that the build with Brock Lesnar, which is supposed to go all the way to WrestleMania, whether his opponent at WrestleMania will be John Cena or whether it's The Rock, I'm hoping that it's built a lot better than what it was with The Rock. So anyway, getting back into universe mode once again, we now have Alberto Del Rio and Triple H, who those guys have been feuding a lot quite as late. Alberto Del Rio had a title shot at Triple H, but Triple H, far too strong for Alberto Del Rio. He retained his World Heavyweight title, and Alberto Del Rio continuing to be a thorn in the side of the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H. We also had one of the members of the family, David Otunga. He was also involved in a lot of Alberto Del Rio's dirty work, which is quite interesting considering his affiliation with the family, who also took issue with Triple H earlier on in the Universe Mode series. And if you haven't seen any of that stuff, you know, I do urge you, check out the playlist and just go through it, because the stuff is, you know, I tried to make the series as logical as possible, sensible as possible, in a bit of a protest and a bit of a protest to the current WWE product in terms of how they build feuds, and homage to the old school. And I know that Universe Mode, as I say, does throw up some surprises sometimes, and it changes my plans in terms of the directions that I was trying to take certain feuds that I've set up myself in. But I'm trying to keep everything logical. And yeah, so David Otunga, he's been a big part of that as well, which is really surprising, helping out Alberto Del Rio. What their connection is, I'm not entirely sure. But that's also set up this tag team match. Christian, you know, he actually was celebrating with Triple H when he retained his World Heavyweight title a couple months ago in Universe Mode alongside Edge. So that explains Christian's involvement, even though he hasn't really featured in Universe Mode, and I know he's back in real life. So if there's any Christian fans in my subscribers and they want to see more of Christian in the Universe Mode, I'm going to pose another question to you guys. What do you think I should do with Christian? Who should Christian go after? Who should Christian's next opponent be? So there we go, a couple questions for you guys. What should I do with Christian is the first one. Second one, who should Christian's next opponent be? And the third one, what overall direction should I take with Christian? You know, should I make him try to be a contender for the World Heavyweight title? Should I have him be a friend of Triple H? Should I have him befriend Triple H and then turn on him? The reason why I'm asking these questions is because what I really want to do is make this Universe Mode series interactive, get you guys involved, and have you guys feel like you guys are part of the decision making, a part of the choice, and really that this is your Universe Mode as much as it is mine. So if you guys can respond to that in the comments, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to wrap this commentary up now because I'm running out of bits and pieces to say outside of this Universe Mode series. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say thank you guys very much for watching. This has been another episode in my WWE 12 universe. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to answer the questions I posed in the commentary, in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where this commentary, I know it's kind of off topic and kind of reintroducing the Universe Mode, but next commentary I'll be right back into talking about exactly what's going on in the Universe Mode and taking things on from there. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.
He thinks he has it. One. Del Rio quickly getting the shoulder up. I'm not sure what's worse when you go against the game. You try to rile him up and get him mad, or you want to keep him calm and collected and let the cerebral assassin do what he does better than anybody else.
Well, there's really no right way to go up against Triple H. You just have to do it and pray you can walk out of the ring afterwards.
And he was just sent careening into those steel steps. Uh-oh, trying to put him away. Oh, what a pedigree. One, two, three, and it's game over.
Here are your winners, the Game Triple H and Christian. Don't you forget.